Hi guys, how are you? Vladimir Bakov here from Traders Academy Club and the creator of the Forex Triple B system. This video is the weekly performance review and summary of the week of 3rd to 7th of February 2020. This week was a bit slower than the ones we got used to in January, but it's part of the game. Right now I would like to go over our trades and to explain step by step the logic behind them. As always, we pre-analyze the market, so we choose our instruments and then we are waiting for the Forex Triple B system to alert us in a direction. So when our analysis fit in the alerts that the system provides, we don't have signs against, we can trade them, we are there. So right now I'd like to explain the trades and the logic stands behind them, what kind of analysis we do and how do we choose our trades. Euro New Zealand was the first one and this one turned a loss. Technically speaking, we got here a beautiful trending structure and two waves correction. The slope, as you can see on the 4-hour chart, was going up clearly. And even though we could have cashing out, right, this is our entry, we could have cashing out on the opposite band, we expected it to continue to one more high and to reach the 4-hour chart top Bollinger. The reason for that is because here we didn't have any divergence against us. So we expected the bounce and one more rally. That was the plan. Unfortunately, the market decided differently, and even though the analysis was simply correct, this trade failed. EuroCAD also didn't have signs against. In that case, it turned to be a profit, and here is what we've had. So first of all, it's trending structure, as you can see, and two waves correction to the downside. The slope is pretty clear on the 4-hour chart and it's bullish. And the beginning of the week, EuroCAD, we had nothing against us at that moment, so we wanted to see the pullbacks and the continuation, right? Exactly like with the Euro New Zealand. So in that case, it turned to be successful, and it was straight fly. We hit the 4-hour chart upper band as a profit. Next one was the oil to the sell, classical trending structure, as we can see, with lower highs, lower lows. Two waves correction. The slope on the 4-hour chart of the middle Bollinger Bands is super bearish. The analysis show us in that place right here that we are still bearish. We have lower highs, lower lows from the 4-hour and from the 1-hour with the bearish hidden divergence. And the 4-hour chart did not yet, it was creating the triple cycle, did not yet have false breakouts or higher highs as a warning sign. The decision here was pretty easy, and it was, of course, looking for the sell, and we hit it successfully there. Next one was the pound dollar sell, and that was also a profit. Pretty classical trending structure we are riding here with making lower highs, lower lows with two waves correction. Even though that the middle Bollinger Band is kind of flat here, the general analysis was easy decision and we were analyzing it this way. I also, of course, this the majority of this person, pound dollar, was covered in the live trading rooms. For all those of you who follow the Traders Academy Club live trading room, so we were expecting to see second wave creating to the downside. On the 4-hour chart, we got the 3 lower highs, 3 lower low. Sorry, bad drawing. 3 lower highs, 3 lower lows, and then we got deeper two waves correction. And in the moment we cross down, look what happens. We create the momentum to the negative side. The decision was easy. Look to sell the rallies, and this is exactly what we got there, as I just showed you. Moreover, even the 1-hour chart gives us here the trending structure with the bearish divergence later on. So the trend was pretty clear, right? So it started from the 4-hour, then delivered both 1-hour and the 15 minutes, and it turned to be simply great trade. Next one on the list was the dollar CAD to the buy. That was not in my analysis, but my guys convinced me. So in that case, I'm I'm very thankful. I was more suspicious about that, but as again, trending structure in play, flat correction here and then two waves, but the main sign here comes from the higher time frame, dollar CAD. As per the daily, nothing against, so the bullish divergence still continues and plays. We have the massive trend line breaking and the trend continues. The 4-hour chart creating the triple cycle here, and yes, it's slowing down with divergence, but no reversal signs are in play. No false breakouts, no lower highs, lower lows, no bearish convergence. So yeah, I was convinced in that one, and again, in that case, it was the right decision, despite some concerns. Yeah, the pair continued all the way up, and again, sometimes what you see here is also a proof to me that not always we need to be like super conservative, right? When the bigger picture, the full picture, without signs against, official signs against of trend change, the trend continues. Okay, and that's very, very important to remember, because when the move is very impulsive, and no signs against are in play, no official reversal takes place. So the trend could continue and could continue and continue and continue without a certain limit. Next one was the Euro franc to the buy direction, a pair that is analyzed in the live trading room of Traders Academy Club. 3 higher highs, 3 higher lows, 2 waves correction of middle Bollinger Bands on the 4-hour chart switches to the bullish direction. And here is the logic behind it. According to the daily cycle, we were facing a slowdown with, with this bullish divergence. And also, of course, on the bottom 4-hour chart created the bullish divergence, and the 1-hour chart created for us the 3 higher highs, 3 higher lows. So the idea was pretty easy there. Start looking for the bullish trend, and we got it, and it delivered. That's pretty much it. So we don't have a trend to the upside here from the daily, but the daily bullish divergence and the 4-hour chart bullish divergence changed the trend. And the 4-hour chart started to create a bullish slope. The 1-hour chart created the trending pattern for us. 15 minutes created the trending pattern by itself. By itself here. And that's pretty much it. It was again multi-time frame synchronization, and that's all. Paid. And the last one was New Zealand CAD, and this pair finished as a loss. And here is the analysis according to the daily. I was expecting to go for long-term buys if we managed to break this trend line. So far, never happened. But the 4-hour chart was interesting because it started to create these higher highs, right? Later on, of course. At that time, look what happens. Each of the daily legs has a bullish divergence here and here. So that's pretty strong. Trendline was broken here, and the 1-hour chart, like the Euro franc, started to create the 3 higher highs, 3 higher lows. So it really looks good. Nothing else to say here. The idea was try to enjoy that and wait for the 4-hour chart to create 3 higher highs, higher lows, and break the daily trend line. And then our trend is going for the long term. But unfortunately, the market saw differently, and despite the beautiful opportunity that the higher time frame delivers, it refused to gain the momentum, and this one finished as a loss. So as I said at the beginning, it wasn't as active as other weeks, especially the one that we had in the beginning of 2020, and it's okay. What I want you to understand in that case, that there will be weeks that everything you touch would work, or everything you will look at will create clear setups, and there will be weeks like that you have to wait more and to try and to synchronize more in the shorter term. It's part of trading. Okay, we never know in advance what sort of a market we're going to deal with in the coming week or in the coming months, so we always have to remember to follow the rules. And I want you to remember this very simple way: your chances as traders are always higher in instruments where the synchronization is clear. When multi-time frame analysis you do, I do 3 following time frames, when the multi-time frame analysis that you do, when it's lined up in the same direction and you don't have signs against, that's where your chances are. Does that give you any guarantee that you will make only profits? The answer is of course not, but it does give you the guarantee that your odds are much higher, as you are riding with clear money flow. It's important to understand that not every single alert should be traded, and a little analysis to create this synchronization in the same direction could make a significant difference in the performance. So that's our analysis, and this is how we approach to our trades, and that's pretty much it. If you have any questions you would like to ask, then please drop your message in the comment section. And meanwhile, thank you very much for your time watching this video. I hope you find it useful and helpful and educational, and I wish you a fantastic weekend to come. I'll see you next week. Bye for now.